Hi crochet friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stefania, and today I thought we would try something new. I follow lots of other crochet content creators on YouTube, and one channel that I'm particularly fond of is Niche Crochet. He makes all sorts of really cute amigurumi critters like possums, raccoons, and rats. He has a series on his channel where he asks the question, will it rat? Where he takes non-yarn items and sees if he can crochet a rat with them. I've really fallen in love with this concept and thought I would put my own twist on it. I thought I would start my own called Will It Plant? If you like this kind of challenge, I would definitely recommend checking out his channel after this. I was browsing for different options of what I could try to crochet with and came across this neon jewelry cord. It's kind of rubbery, plasticky, like slightly stretchy, but not really. And it's hollow on the inside, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see how I can crochet with this. The spool has about 10 meters, so that should be plenty to make a plant. I thought I would try making one of my spiral vine plants because it's a pretty straightforward pattern and it lets you test out a number of different stitches. I tested out different size hooks with this cord and landed on my 4mm Susan Bates hook. Not only is it the hook that I use the most often, but it seems like it'll grab this yarn pretty nicely. So let's get into it and see if this neon cord jewelry will plant. I'll start with the magic circle as usual and see how it goes with a chain. It's kind of weird. I mean, there's not really the same feel as a traditional yarn. But it is chaining fairly easily. So you can kind of see the chain here. It's got some gaps in it, but that's not unlike a traditional chain. So let's see how it handles a double crochet stitch. It's a little finicky, and it's very hard to pull through and only get 2 of the loops instead of all 3. See how it goes. Maybe I just need to get used to it. I think I'll try putting 3 double crochets in each stitch just to see how that works. It's interesting because the cord is hollow. As you crochet with it, it kind of flattens out a bit. Does not like to slide on my hand. Yeah, it doesn't glide as smoothly as yarn normally does, but I mean, the spiral is starting to form, so it is working. I think I'll switch to 2 double crochets in each stitch instead of 3. 3 feels a little tight. Yeah, this cord really doesn't want to slide against my fingers very well. It's a little unpleasant, I'll be honest. So that's 1 vine down. You can see it worked pretty well. I mean, the neon green isn't very plant-like, but that's the color I have. The cord was able to do the chaining and the double crochets without too much issue. Like I mentioned, the cord doesn't slide as smoothly as yarn does against the fingers, so that made it a little difficult to keep the tension nice and to keep the process going. But honestly, it's not too bad. I bet if I have a couple more vines, we could make a nice plant out of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue. Well, there's the second vine complete. I'm nearly out of cord, but I think I can make 1 more small vine, so let's do that. I've given up holding the tension with my pinky like I normally do, just because it doesn't slide as well, so I don't feel like I really need that extra help. The texture of this cord really reminds me of making friendship bracelets at camp, but that cord was a little more flat and rectangular, whereas this one, like I said, is more like a tube. I normally put my crochet plants on top of plant pots, but I think for this series I'm going to make a canvas with all the different plants in one spot. I think that'll be a nice way to show off all of the different Willet plants without having to make an army of jars for them. As I go, I'm finding that I have to really grip the project a lot harder with my left hand than I normally do as well. It's probably because the hook doesn't glide as nicely through this cord as it does with yarn. Looks like I'm gonna run out of cord before I finish this vine, so I'm actually gonna frog what I have and just start with a shorter chain. So I guess that's another good test. Let's see how this frogs. Yeah, easy enough. The stitches did leave kind of a bend in the cord, but nothing that's too difficult to manage. Well, that was definitely the right call, because it looks like I have just enough to finish off these last couple of stitches. I'm going to close up the magic ring, tie a little knot, and our little jewelry cord plant is complete. It's a lot more stiff than a yarn version would be, but you can still get a nice stretch out of it. Well, I think that proves that the answer to the question of will it plant is yes. Jewelry cord will result in a nice crocheted plant. Now to the question, would I crochet with jewelry cord again? The answer would probably be no. I typically make my plants at least twice this size, and as you saw, I used up the entire 10 yards. So cost-wise alone, it's just not worth crocheting with jewelry cord, unless you're going for a very specific neon plastic look. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how this little plant turned out. It actually turned out better than I was expecting it to, and it wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be either. If you want to see details on how I make my spiral vine plants, I've got a whole tutorial video that you can check out. I also highly recommend you check out Niche Crochet's channel to see the Willet Rat series. Let me know in the comments below if you have any suggestions for non-conventional yarn ideas. Thanks so much for watching to the end of the video. If you liked this video, leave a thumbs up so I know you want to see more of Willet plants. If you loved the video, make sure you subscribe. It really helps my channel out a lot. I'm planning on making a new video every week, including crochet tutorials, check-in videos, and other craft content. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!